All right, so look, let me tell you a truth that don't nobody want to say out loud. American citizens are being priced out of existence, and more people have stopped paying bills than they want to admit. Now, I'm not talking about just a few people slipping through the cracks. I'm saying that the cracks have widened so big that whole communities are slipping through them. And this isn't about laziness. This is not a problem of bad budgeting. Well, sometimes it's bad budgeting, but you get what I'm saying. The problem is beyond budgeting. What it's really about is an economy that has been stretched past its breaking point. The cost of survival has been raised higher than human beings can reach. Think about your own life. You go to work, you get paid, rent takes the whole check before you get your next breath out. Just instantly, boom, gone. You walk into the grocery store with money in your pocket, and then you walk out the grocery store with two little ass bags that barely last a week. Maybe a couple days if you're lucky. You stand at the gas pump and you watch the numbers spin and rise faster than your paycheck ever will. You go to the mailbox and it's nothing but more demand, more bills, and more weight you can't carry. And this cycle repeats itself day after day, month after month, year after year. And people are tired. Not just physically tired, people are burned out. We are, after all, living in a global burnout crisis. People are drained in the body. People are drained in the mind. People are drained in the soul. For years, they just told us to push harder, to rise and grind, to believe in our potential. But they never once acknowledged our limits. They never once acknowledged that human beings are not machines. They ignored the exhaustion. They ignored the collapse. They ignore the fact that we are working harder than ever in an economy that gives us less and less in return. And we've tried everything. Payday loans, side hustles, payment plans, extensions, rearranging due dates, running up them credit cards, borrowing from family, selling time, selling energy, selling our peace of mind. Every door has been knocked on. Every option has been exhausted. And no matter what you try, it's never enough. Because there isn't enough. Because the system was never built so that you can win. The system was designed for us to fail. And this is what it means to be priced out of existence. To give everything you have and still not be able to cover the basics. To work yourself to the bone and still fall behind. To live in a society where survival is set at a price that ordinary people cannot afford. And when you realize that, something shifts inside of you. You begin to see the truth. The dollar is hollow. It's not protection. It's not freedom. It's not wealth. It's a leash. A leash they use to keep you obedient. A leash they tighten while telling you to smile and be grateful for what you got. And you finally understand that the bills will never stop. Because the bills are the point. The bills are the chain. So people stop. People are stopping. Quietly, but people are stopping. They stop paying rent to buy food instead. They let the car go. They let the credit card rot. People just stop answering the phone. And it's not because they don't care. It's just that they care more about being alive than paying these companies or these banks. They care more about feeding their kids instead. You know what I'm saying? They care more about not losing their minds under the weight of all this unrealistic pressure. Here's the secret that they don't want you to know. More people than you think have already made that choice. But this country, it only adds more chaos, more fuel to the fire. We got tariffs tossed around like dice. Trade wars shaking every price tag. We got groceries going up, clothes going up, medicine going up, appliances, utilities. Everything you touch is going up in price. One man's ego turned into millions of people's pain. That's not leadership. That is dictatorship energy. Living here in America has become unpredictable. You don't know what tomorrow will cost. You don't know what new rule or what new tantrum is gonna make surviving tomorrow even harder. Look around. The signs are everywhere. Empty storefronts. You got families crammed together, doubling up, tripling up sometimes, just so everybody can have a place to live. Workers are taking on 2 and 3 jobs, hustling every hour of the day just to fall deeper and deeper into debt. This is beyond struggle. This is erasure. Citizens aren't just broke, they are being erased. We are being priced out of existence intentionally. And here's the part you never hear on the news. The rebellion has already begun, and it doesn't look like protests. It doesn't look like riots. It looks like silence. It looks like people saying no in private. It looks like families feeding themselves instead of paying rent. It looks like envelopes just left unopened. It looks like millions of people withdrawing from a system that no longer has anything to offer them. And that is the rebellion that this empire fears the most. Not rage in the streets, not loud slogans, but the refusal to believe. Because once you see the dollar for what it is, once you see that that bill is just a piece of paper, then you can never unsee it. And once enough people stop believing, then this illusion collapses. The empire, America, will call it irresponsibility. But what's more irresponsible? A family choosing to survive over fueling a rigged system? Or a government that spends billions on wars, on bailouts for billionaires, on corporate greed, while its citizens are burned out, tired, and broken? So let's be clear. They told us if we worked hard, if we followed the rules, then we'd be safe. But the truth is undeniable now. American citizens have been priced out of existence, and more of us have already stopped paying than they will ever admit. That's not just a statistic, that's a quiet revolution. Every exhausted body that says no, every unpaid bill that refuses obedience, every family that chooses life over debt. These are not failures. These are votes of no confidence in this empire. Proof that the spell is breaking. So when they ask what happened to the American dream, tell them that the people woke up. Tell them that the people ran out of options. Tell them that the people stopped paying. And that is how empires fall. Not always with fire raining down from the sky, but with silence at the kitchen table. It's not always with noise, but with millions of voices whispering the same truth. And that truth is, we will not pay for our own erasure because we've already been priced out. We are tired. We are done. And we will no longer pretend otherwise.